What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul. This is the Leeds Therapy. I do hope you're doing well. Thank you as ever for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. On my screen, you'll see all of my socials. So if you can make sure that you are following those. So, for example, with the YouTube, that you are subscribed, that your notifications are turned on, and that you are commenting, liking the video, and also hyping the video, sharing it, all of that kind of good stuff. We're also on all of your podcast apps as well. So if you are listening on Spotify, if you're listening on Apple Music, make sure that you're following, and also make sure as well that you are liking the audio files, I should say, and just the usual. Make sure that you are commenting, all that kind of good stuff. I really lost my words then, so apologies. Today we are talking about our big match preview. So this is our game tomorrow against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Obviously, in the return opposite fixture that we had so far this season, we absolutely dog-walked Chelsea all over the pitch at Ellen Road underneath the lights. So I don't expect it to be the same in any way, shape or form this time around at all, just purely because that's me and my PTSD sets in. Also as well, Chelsea are on a very good run at the moment. They've got the new manager bounce going on as well. So this video is just more of a little preview as to what to expect, that type of stuff, the usual things that I normally go on about. So starting with injuries. So for Chelsea, they've got Jorgensen, who has got a knock or doubtful. Colwill is cruciate ligament injury, out till late April 2026. Reece James is a knock, he's doubtful. Tosin Adebayo, I hope I've pronounced that right, thigh injury, he's mid-Feb. Sugo is muscle injury, late February. Romeo Lavia is thigh injury, mid-February. Gittins is muscle injury, late February 2026. And I don't know why Mudrik's on there, because I'm sure he doesn't play for Chelsea anymore. That could just be me, but that's kind of how I feel about it. Conversely, for Leeds, that's it. Statch. Hip injury, mid-February. So as far as we know, he's not into it. Now, I'll caveat this with saying that this is before Farke's press conference, which I believe is going to be today, I believe. So we might have news injuries-wise. Might have been an issue with Aronson, Bogle. That's just to keep an eye on. So this is as of this morning, so Monday morning, this is where we're at. So this is before, Farke's press conference. Looking at it from pre-match standings, so Chelsea are 5th, we're 16th. Our average SOFA score rating is 6.74. Chelsea's is 6.9. So not a massive difference overall. Chelsea have 43 points. We have 29. Chelsea are lost 1-1-1-1 in their last 5. We are lost 1, drawn, lost 1. So Chelsea are in form at the moment. You can't get away from that fact whatsoever at all. Then looking at the head-to-head at Stamford Bridge. Obviously, it's the game coming up tonight. So the last 4 games, they've all gone Chelsea's way. So we've got 3-2 to Chelsea in the FA Cup. Last in the Premier League, 1-0, 3-2, 3-1, all Chelsea wins. Then looking at it, we go for the distribution of scoring. So when goals are scored, this is the one that I'd looked at bringing in last week just to kind of show. So this is the all. So for scored, Chelsea like to score, let's see, the majority of their goals tend to come between 30 and 45 minutes and 45 to 60 minutes. They also do tend to score late on as well. So that's between 75 and 90 minutes. They have scored 16 goals. So they do play quite well in that basis. The reason why that doesn't look as good for us is because in the last kind of 75 to 90 minutes, we have conceded 21 goals. So we need to make sure that we are switched on. We're keeping it tight, consistent. It's where we need to be. Conversely, for us, the majority of our goals are scored, 10 of them, before half-time. So between 30 and 45 minutes overall. But there's a good spread there for when we're actually scoring. So 0 to 15 is 5 goals, 15 to 30 is 3, 35 to 40, 10, 45 to 60, 5, 60 to 75 is 5, and 6 scored in 75 to 90 minutes. So we just have to be aware of what we're doing and when we're doing it, how we're doing it. Chelsea have also conceded, Looking at that, that's 11 goals between 75 to 90 minutes overall, or between 60 to 90 minutes overall. So again, something that just need to keep in mind. We have to make sure that we are absolutely switched on. I am expecting a completely different game to what we played last time around. So, insights-wise, Cole Palmer became the first player to score 3 first-half hat-tricks in Premier League history. Chelsea haven't kept a clean sheet in their last 5 matches, despite scoring 12 goals. Cole Palmer's hat-trick against Wolves was his 4th for Chelsea. That's a new club record. Enzo Fernandez has scored 12 goals and 7 assists in all competitions this season. For us, we beat Chelsea 3-1 at Ellen Road in the reverse fixture 2 months ago. Calvert-Lewin has scored 8 goals since December, the most in the Premier League. Leeds 16th but rank 11th in the XG table, were underperforming by 5 positions. Leeds have earned 76% of their Premier League points at Ellen Road this season. So, look, we know we're the 3rd worst team away from home this season. So, conversely with that, though, we've actually done quite well in terms of picking up points away from home since the Manchester City game. So, we're showing a little bit of a steady improvement. Average SOFA score rating. So for us, it's 6.74. It's 25 matches. We've scored 34, 1.4 goals per game, 43 goals conceded, only kept 4 clean sheets, 18 assists, and we have an average possession of 46%. Chelsea, on the other hand, their average SOFA score rating is 6.9, 25 matches, 45 goals scored. They score 1.8 per game. They've conceded 28, 9 clean sheets, 29 assists, and 58.1% possession is their average. Looking at it from the standings tracker point of view, just to kind of show, obviously at the start of the season there was a bit of a crossover in terms of where we were and what we were doing. But what you could see, there was a general fall off from Chelsea, but it had started to pick back up again. They've kind of sort of cemented themselves in the position as to where they are overall now, which is obviously sitting 5th in the league. With us, it was very much sort of like a downward trajectory. We've stabilised, and then we've just kind of continued to stabilise from weeks. I'm going to say week 15 to week 16 has been a more... Well, actually, no, I'd go further than that. From week 12 through to week 21 so far, there's been a very, very good stabilisation that we've had overall. So that's been pleasing to see. Top scorers, João Pedro for Chelsea, foot mob rating of 7.17. 9 goals, expected goals is 7.86. 4 assists, 25 matches played. For us, Calvert-Lewin, we know, double digits Dom now. 6.84 SOFA score, foot mob rating. 10 goals scored, 9.26 is his expected XG. 1 assist, and he's played 23 matches. Featured players. So this is based off of the last game. So FootMob had Okafor as our player of the game. I would disagree with that. I would have said that it would have been Gruev, but this is done off statistics and everything. So for Chelsea, it's Cole Palmer. He scored 8.9 in his last game. And it's just overall showing the difference. So obviously Cole Palmer being not streets ahead, but just a little bit further ahead overall to Noah Okafor. But Noah Okafor pretty much had one of his best games that he's had for a very, very, very long time. Then top rated players. So for Leeds, we've got Anton Stack, Ethan Ampadu, Jakob Biol, Brendan Aronson, and Sean Longstaff are our 5 top rated players, interestingly. For Chelsea, it's Caicedo, James, Fernandez, Fofana, and João Pedro. That's their 5 top rated players. They're all 7 and above. So, yeah, very, 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 very good. And as I said, and I'm going to keep stressing this, I think this game will be completely different to the game that was at Ellen Road. So, the more kind of involved statistics, if you like. So, Chelsea score 1.8 per game, 6 of 6 penalties scored, 2 of 12 free kick goals. They've scored 41 from 234 attempts inside the box and 4 from 103 attempts outside of the box. 17 left-footed, 18 right-footed, 10 headed goals. They usually get 3 big chances per game. They miss half of those. They get 13.5 shots per game, 4.8 shots on target per game, usually 4.6 shots off target, 4 block shots, 7.6 successful dribbles, 5.8 corners per game, 11 free kicks. They've hit the woodwork 10 times and 36 counter-attacks. They are very, very strong at counter-attacking and very, very quick as well on the break. Passes-wise, 58% success on passes. So the accurate passes-wise, that's ball possession. I do apologise. 58% on the ball possession. 462 accurate passes, which is 86%. 247 in their own half and 214 in the opposition half. So that's a 92 to 80% split for in the opposition half. So again, a team that likes to battle combatively midfield there, I would say. Accurate long balls, 52%, and accurate crosses, only 3.6, which is a 20.5% success rate. That might be more based on the lineup that they play, though. Defending-wise, 9 clean sheets. They concede 1.1 per game, 16 tackles per game, 10 interceptions per game, 24 clearances, 2.7 saves per game, 47 ball recoveries, 17 errors leading to shot. Of those, 4 of those errors have led to goals, so they are quite good at dealing with any errors that they do tend to make. Penalties committed 0. They haven't conceded a penalty this season. Penalty goals conceded 0. Clearances off the line 2 and 3. Last man tackles. In the other portion of the little information bits that they have, they win 49.6 duels. That's 50%. Of the ground duels, it's 50%, and of aerial duels, it's 52. They lose possession 123 times per game, 15 throw-ins per game, 6 to 7 goal kicks per game, 1.3 offsides per game. They give away 11 fouls per game, 2 yellow cards per game, and also 5, count them, 5 red cards so far this season. Looking at their lineup from the last game that they actually played, so again, this is based off of the last one, they had Sanchez in goal, Gusto, Fofana, Chabala and Cucurella as the back 4. They were playing a 4-2-3-1 formation. Santos and Caicedo sitting in the middle. And then they had Pedro Neto, right attack, Fernandez left, and they had Cole Palmer sitting in the middle. He scored a hat-trick, obviously, and João Pedro was leading the line up front. Strong chance that it could be the same lineup for the game as well. So again, we'll just have to wait and see how that pans out. But that 4-2-3-1 formation might be what they actually go for. For us, if you were asking me what I wanted to play, this is what I would go for. I would go for a 3-5-2 formation purely because I want the 2 big men up top for this match, and also as well because it really unsettled them at Ellen Road, and one would hope... Sorry, my watch keeps going off. One would hope that could be the same again. So I would go with the back 3 of Rodon, Biol and Strauch. I would go with the midfield 5 of Bogle, Aronson, Ampadu, Gruev and Goodmanson. He could switch out Gruev for Longstaff. It just depends how that goes. He could switch out Aronson for Longstaff. If Aronson's injured, but he still wants that attacking flair, he could put potentially Boanorte in there if he does come into the squad. But up front, I would have Metcha and I would have Calvert-Lewin. Just it worked so well last time. It worked well away from home at City as well. You've got Bogle and Goodmanson that can be the providers coming forwards. They can also sit back. You've also got Metcha or Calvert-Lewin that can drop in if needs be. Calvert-Lewin is very, very good at that as well. But also that has the ability for us to move to a 5-4-1. When we're defending, but also just in terms of attack, we can switch and move around. That could even go to a 3-4-2-1, depending on how it wanted to be laid out and how you want it to be played. But I think we need to be physical in this game. That would be my summarisation of it. That's what I would look for. Now, I don't do predictions. We are capable enough to get a point, 100%, and I would absolutely bite your fingers and toes off for a point now. 100%, I would take a point all day long. Wouldn't even have to ask me twice. If by some feat of the team being on absolutely top form, we get a win, that's even better. But the important thing is not to lose the game. That's what we need to do. I mean, we could go in there and get absolutely steamrolled. You never ever know. But it's like I said, don't expect it to be the same as the game that we played at Ellen Road. I think it's going to be a completely different game. They've got the new manager bounce. The players seem to be enjoying their football again. So Who knows? I just hope that we give a very, very, very good account of ourselves. That's going to do it for this one. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please don't forget to click the like button. If you are new to the channel, please also don't forget to subscribe. Turn your notifications on. Make sure you're commenting. All of that good stuff. I'm out of breath now with all the saying. We're saying all of that. And if you're listening on podcast apps, just make sure that you are liking the audio version of this as well, and that would be greatly appreciated. Take care of each other. Most importantly, take care of yourself. I'll see you on the review. Take care. Cheers.